dive in to the next session of Dungeons and Dragons, which has had its name changed to Fools&F8tes because Dungeons and Dumbasses was taken.
Oh.
Where we last left off. Where we last left off. The motley crew of
Placing down the claim block and
adventurers
stuff now.
had found themselves at the Swallow's Tail, the portside city of Port Alderley. The Swallow's Tail being a tavern that was run by one very buff tiefling woman and her pet pseudo-dragon named Toast. We all love Toast. And there our adventurers found food and drink, a little bit of opportunity for work as well, as Sydney rolled very high on their performance check as a bard and kind of blew the socks off of the barmaid and the patrons there, and may have future career choices there, who knows. Upon asking around, the group discovered that there had been recent trouble at the mines near the town. And with that, they had approached a gentleman named Zoran,
Is
who
that
was
all
the
not
second in
clear
command of the mines
about what
after
you're
the foreman had gone missing. The only thing that the group could glean was that all of the miners who had managed to escape from the mines were left with a sense of terror and just visceral fear at whatever it was that was laying in wait for them. So, naturally, the group sees the rather large price tag on a successful mission and clearing out the mines, and decides that the risk is worth the reward, and with the help of Zoran, are guided down to the mines. Before doing so, stopping at the quarry outside, Ariadne and Marread had managed to talk to some of the local wildlife to determine that the only thing that the local fauna knew about the monsters within the mines were that they had many legs and invoked a deep sense of fear and unease. As the group traveled into the mines rather stealthily, um, several things happened in quick succession. The first being that Sydney cast invisibility and created a Molotov cocktail. Scarlet made sure that she had her Nutter Butter on hand, and Ariadne was inspecting and running her hands along the stalagmites that were jutting out of the ground near the underground lake and river that runs alongside the mining operation, only to have one of these stalactites open an eye, and another, and stare and fix its gaze upon the group, to which tentacles began to rise from the depths and quickly assaulted the party. Now, you guys had managed to do away with it in one round of initiative, which is very impressive. You guys rolled really high, and the last we had left off, everyone was simply recuperating with a short rest near the riverside. Kind of disappointed that you didn't get to, try grilling the dark mantle that you had destroyed and seeing how well calamari pairs with peanut butter. So, what is the group doing?
Eating peanut butter.
Nutter butter. Who do we start with?
Well, you guys are out of initiative, so it's free roleplay at this point.
Aero's just skipping in the back, watching how everything is still um coming together ever since the monster swam away to its death, but not really saying anything, as he was low-key hoping for other results, but
uh, Sydney is being all pouty. He goes up to Marread and like tells her, "Why did you have to shoot so hard? I had such a cool and magnificent way to grill the creature."
Marriott just slaps him in the head, like knock it off, and went on to look around to see if there's anything else around.
Okay. So Marriad, you're kind of looking along the edges, and looking along the um like the riverside and just to see if you see anything.
Yeah. Yeah, just see if there's any other critters around. Potential danger.
Okay. Can you go ahead and make an investigation check for me? That would be a D20 plus your investigation, which is +2.
Is it in the skills?
Yes. So it's a D20 +2.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Oh,
So it's 5 in total.
You do not really see anything. You look around, it's even with the light, it's quite dark in here. The water, although it is like a very like crystalline blue, and you can see fairly deep. You cannot see all the way to the bottom, and um, there's not a whole lot of light in here, so you look around, you come back empty-handed. There's not a whole lot going on here right now.
Can I volunteer to look harder?
So you could have helped Marriott, but and that would have given them advantage. But I will let you go ahead and make an investigation check of your own.
I have
And so that
+0.
you have +0. So for you, it's a straight roll on a D20.
I got a 1.
That one.
You rolled a 1 on your investigation. Um, well, Scarlet, as you're taking a look around, you lean a little too far into the water and you tumble headfirst
Oh my god.
with just a splash and a whoosh, and come up a second later sopping wet and just like, you know, your fuzzy cat ears just like that airplane displeased sort of like, oh no, just like hair matted to the face. You can go ahead and climb out of the water. But again, you
Ouch.
find nothing.
Has her nut butter been ruined by the water then?
It better not have.
I'm gonna say that the seal that Talia the innkeeper put on that nut butter was pretty damn good, and that shit's airtight.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
it in this house we respect the nut butter.
the nut butter.
Yes, respect the nut.
is anybody injured currently?
Everyone was at full health because Ariadne did heal Kirby um, during the last battle.
Kyte makes a very pointed eye roll at Scarlet and goes to inspect some of the stalactites? No, stalagmites.
There is stalactites and stalagmites. Um,
I'll
you
check some
could
of the stalagmites near the river.
Okay. You guys can also, if you wanted to, as you're walking along, Kyte, like if you guys did want to get up and start moving after deeper into the mines after your short rest, you would be able to just kind of make an overall perception check as you're going.
Alright, then in that case, Aero decided to just go ahead and continue searching through the mines, kind of rolling his eyes at the team for just not doing much. So he proceeds to try and go do something himself.
Okay.
And
Are you trying to
will
be
I
stealthy?
No, not really.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Kyte.
Yeah, is Kyte rolling for investigation or perception? Same as the other two, investigation.
Since you're just if you're going to make a general check just as you're walking along slowly, it would be perception.
Okay, let's go. 16.
16.
Yep.
As and is the entire group getting up and walking along at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in the back.
Okay. So what's the marching order? Is it Kyte and Aero kind of at the front, Sydney at the back, everyone else in between?
I'm like right behind the dragonborns.
I'm just following.
Okay, so he's
I'd
behind
say,
me.
I would say that Kyte and Aero are both at the front.
And then Scarlet, and then Kirby, and then Marread, Qrow, and Sydney.
Yeah,
Kind of as we're going along. Absolutely. So you rolled a 16, which is a pretty good perception check. As you swing your lanterns forward and kind of go along through this cave, you can see at one side that there are mine tracks, and every 100, 200 meters going into this cave, you would see that there are mine carts that have been abandoned. Most of them are filled with ore, discarded slag, and rocks. And eventually, you do get to a point where there are a number of crates that are piled up high against one side of the cavern. So you have these mine tracks, you have periodic mine carts, probably to bring supplies into the mine and materials out into the quarries surrounding the mine. And are you looking for anything in particular? Like, are you looking for any other of these stalagmite creatures and things like that?
It was more to see if there were more creatures. Yeah.
Okay. As you go through the mines, it does not there does not appear to be any more of those creatures that are kind of hiding in the shallows. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Inside. 5.
Okay. Yeah, there's really nothing to be seen here. It does appear that there was just the one.
Okay.
All right. And are you guys, again, not trying to be stealthy or anything like that? Is there anything that you guys are wanting to do as you're going deeper into this mine?
Can I
Well, Aero,
Donkey Kong these minecarts?
You can try.
Like, okay, I'm down to try. What do I have to roll anything, or can I just hop in?
Are you trying to roll in and make the move?
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god.
roll an athletics check for me, please.
You got it. +3 athletics. It's an 8 total.
You take a running start, and you jump and hop in the cart, and it moves like, and then it doesn't go any farther than that.
I
Okay,
sit
okay,
with my arms as high as they can go, screaming.
Wait, can Aero kick it? Can I roll?
Do you want to roll to kick it to try to make it move?
Yes, while he's in it.
Roll a strength check for me.
With a d20?
Yes, D20 plus your strength modifier.
Well, while they're doing that, Sydney's in the back saying, guys, as much as I'm a dragon of fun, we should be more careful and look out for more enemies."
Wrong, nerd.
Both Aero and Scarlet just gonna look at him like, sure. Also, I rolled a 15.
Oh no.
Okay, You manage to not so much kick it as put your leg on it and shove, and Scarlet rolls forward about 15 feet.
Oh.
I screamed the whole way.
Are you just like hands up, like roller coaster screaming?
Yeah, I'm roller coastering it. I'm having the time of my life, my second life.
Sydney face palms and mutters under their breath, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die."
I'm trying to be stealthy right now because I feel like something is about to happen.
Same.
I'm screaming meanwhile.
I will not make you roll a stealth check, Kirby, because Scarlet is screaming and it's going to negate any sort of stealth that this group has.
Oh no.
Even
Oh,
invisibility?
Even with invisibility, like it's... Anyway, moving on.
I'm so disappointed that they didn't go very far.
I mean, like, eventually she kind of like the wheels on the minecart are turning. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. Hands up, having a fantastic time. You just see this tiefling with maroon skin, curled horns, cat ears, and bright fluorescent pink eyes, just having, like, you know, mouth open, fangs bared, just having a fantastic time. And eventually the minecart just goes and hits the minecart in front of it, which then goes forward a few feet, and then she to a stop.
Can Sydney roll to see which way they should go next?
If you actually continue along during, like, down the cavern, it does list ever so slightly to the right.
Okay.
To which more crates can be seen piled up against the side of the wall.
Can I
It
investigate the
looks
crates and what's in it?
absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay, let me see if I can find that. Okay, I am rolling.
I think.
Ooh, not too bad. I roll a 17.
Hold on. I think Qrow
Total.
also wants to check the crates. So are they like working together?
Crates,
Oh.
crates. Or do you want to check the crates, Qrow, or are you just talking about creative?
Every time this, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also thinking about creative. I'm like, huh, didn't know that room was playing.
So, you rolled a 17?
17 total.
All right. So, as I said, there are crates that are stacked, not floor to ceiling. They're about the size of like a large barrel, like a beer keg almost. And there's some square, there are some barrels kind of stacked around. There are a number of chests that have the latch on the front. There are that do appear to be locked. There are a number of tools that are kind of just set up against the wall. Some do look like they've been kind of haphazardly thrown around the area as people fled. But yeah, it's a lot of wooden crates, some chests, some quite nice looking chests as well. Some kind of have gold trim to them. Some have, like, the ones that are locked do have a large brass lock on the front. And if you go ahead and open one of the chests, did you want to?
I do.
Okay, Aero, you want to go ahead and open one of the chests?
Sure, I'll pick the one that has a gold trimming on it. Because it looks fancy.
You're going to try to pick the lock on the fancy looking chest.
Sure, yes.
Okay. I will say that with the chests that are already open, one of them, it does not look like it was locked properly, probably because they left in haste. You can open that if you want to. And Sydney, are you opening one as well?
Yes, I try to.
Okay. You can. There are two that are just unlocked, and when you open them up, you can see that there's a number of miner's tools. There are some pickaxes, there are some hammers. there is what looks like a large sledgehammer. As well, there, inside you both find a couple of small bags. Several of them are empty, but one of them, the one that Sydney opened, has 4 copper pieces and 8 silver pieces. So you can add that to your
Nice.
inventory. And Aero, you wanted to try to roll to open one of the chests.
Yes.
Could you please, are you proficient in lock picking? Do you have
Um,
thieves' tools? Yes, you do.
Yes.
And would you be able to, bear with me one second. But are you proficient in them? Let me just check here. Okay, rogue features, proficiencies, expertise, sneak attacks. What did you you have thieves' cant and cunning action. Okay. Could you please go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and because you're not proficient, just add your dexterity modifier.
Okay. I rolled 12, and dexterity is +5. 17.
Your dex is +5. That would be for your sleight of hand.
It
Oh, wait.
says dexterity at the top left.
Hold on. Let me double check. You have strength, dexterity. That's for saving throws,
Oh,
which are different. Skills. Let's see. So it would be +3, so you rolled a 15.
cool.
Okay.
Do I get to open it?
This isn't a particularly hard lock to pick. So you can take your tools, you kind of, put the pin in, take the wrench, and wiggle it for a moment, and then the heavy brass lock falls open. Are you opening the chest?
Yes.
Okay. So you open the chest, and there is nothing inside.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is completely empty.
Is there one I could open at all?
There were only 3 chests, and all 3 of them have been opened. Aero,
Wow.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
With the d20?
Yeah, d20.
Okay. Oh, a critical one!
Oh
Is
no.
it a mimic? Is it a mimic?
It's a mimic.
Aero, as you are reaching in and rifling around, the top of the chest slams onto your hand. Teeth began to kind of push through the top of the chest, long, sharp. A tongue flops out the side as one large bulbous eye opens on the top of the chest and looks up at you. The chest has you in its grasp, and you hear a I need everyone.
You need more what?
What was that?
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Me too?
You too, absolutely.
19! Let's
You
go!
are in everyone.
Okay, everyone roll initiative and just let's go 25 to 20.
I got 11.
I got 19.
No, she
Okay,
said 20. They said
20 to
25.
15. Aero got 19.
Yeah.
I got 16.
You got 16. Okay. Anyone get lower than 16?
Yeah.
I got 11.
Hey,
I got
Scarlet
11.
11.
Marread got 11 too.
Okay. Scarlet and Marread, could you both just wait. Scarlet, what's your dex?
My dex is 15.
Marread, what's your dex? dexterity. Actually, I have that. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Her their dex is...
Oh, that's one.
12. Okay, so Scarlet goes first, then Marread. Kirby, what did you get?
6.
Kyte, what did you get?
14.
Okay. And then Qrow, what did you get?
I got 18.
You got 18. Okay. And give me like 2 seconds to grab this. I like how everyone's like, it's a mimic, it's a mimic. Oh my god, it's a mimic.
See, I've never played D&D before, so I
Why?
don't know what a mimic is.
Okay.
I'm wishing I was caught in the mimic right now.
All right. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our 8 of fates, and the mimic. So, Aero, as this strange chest with this bulbous eye kind of like slams down on your wrist, holds you in place. You are grappled. You could make a strength check to try to break the grapple.
Well,
Okay, roll a d20 and add your strength modifier, please.
is it a saving throw?
No, it is a check.
Oh, so I'm saying is so it's +4. No, what is it? I think not what it is. Anyway,
It is
I
plus
dropped the
2.
dice on the floor. It's an 11.
11 plus 2.
Yes.
Give me 2 seconds.
That's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, strength is +2.
So you got a... That is exactly what you needed to break free. So you break free of this horrific chest, and it opens its mouth and just roars. It has just rows and rows of elongated teeth, kind of like an eel, where it's got the multiple rows, and it's got a long, fleshy, dark blue tongue that is just kind of waving out, almost like trying to grab whatever is next in its periphery, and it kind of shuffles forward in an unnatural, nightmarish sort of way. That was your action. You do have a bonus action left, if you wanted to, but you will probably not be able to attack against it this round.
That's fine. I could think bonus action: dash, disengage, or hide. Let's disengage.
Okay, so you're disengaging from it. So are you moving away from it
Yes.
and out of its reach? Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be your turn. Qrow, you are up next. What are you doing to this horrific nightmare chest?
Can I open up the chest? See what's inside?
It is not a chest, it's a mimic.
Oh,
So-
I'm gonna run at it with a scythe and try to hurt it really badly.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
That's a d20.
The d20 plus your strength modifier.
I rolled a 15, but I don't know the modifier.
Okay, let's see here. So, a 15 plus 2 is 17. So that
Nope.
does hit with your scythe. Let me just double check here and see. So you do have... It says here on that you have 2 sickles,
Yeah,
but you do have a large scythe.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Okay. Let me just double check on the damage for Scythe. That would be... Bear with me for 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Come on, give me the damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Oh, that's my job. I'm a bard.
Okay. So that is 2d4 slashing. So please roll 2d4s for me.
Which was the D4?
It's the 4-sided dice. So, Qrow, could you please roll 2d4s for me?
Yeah, I could do that for sure.
But these have 8.
2 and a 4.
2 and a 4. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage because you do have a +2 to that. So, here. So as you go up to it, you grab your scythe and take a swing at it. You catch it right across the side of what would be considered its face, and leave a gash in the side that oozes dark purple ichor. And you hear this thing just and rush forward because it is enraged at this point. Sydney, it is your turn. What are you doing to this creature?
So, does a cantrip count as an action?
Depends on what you're doing.
The Vicious Mockery, would that count as an action?
If you're casting Vicious Mockery, then yes, it would be an action.
Okay.
Hold on, let me check if bards can cast as a bonus action.
It's a cantrip, like it's not a normal spell.
Okay, hold on.
And while you do that, I'm gonna turn off the AC. It's right next to me.
There's no AC in the cabin.
Okay, so if you cast a cantrip or a leveled spell as a bonus action, then your action cannot be a leveled spell. So you could cast, say, 2 cantrips.
Okay, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. 1 second, sorry. I am back. So, let's see. Wait, why? What? Sorry, it acted weird for a second. I run to Marread, and I cast Enhance Ability. And I choose... Let's see. Crap, what type of damage does Marread do?
I'm far away down the line. Might not even get to my turn.
Sure you will. Does their damage is dexterity, right? Okay, I'm just gonna use Cat's Grace on them. Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dexterity checks. If it also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
What happened to our dungeon master?
Curio?
Sorry about that. My microphone was I hit the mute button on accident. So sorry. So Marread has Cat's Grace. So they have Marread, Cat's Grace. So you have advantage on Dex.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They have advantage on Dex.
All right.
And then I stay near Marread.
Okay. And that's all. That's your turn?
Yep.
Okay. So the mimic, it is the mimic's turn. As it kind of shuffles forward in an unnatural, very creepy sort of way, it is going to go ahead and take a swipe at you, Aero.
Okay.
So it is going to take a it's going to basically take a huge chomp at you. Its jaws open wide, and it is trying its best to consume you, and it rolled very poorly. It rolled a 10. And your armor class is 13. So it opens its jaws wide, teeth glinting, tongue lashing, and wham! And basically as the chest slams shut, it misses you. You're just fast enough that with your disengage you were able to get a line of fire. And it turns and growls at you and turns to the rest of the group at this, motley crew that's disrupted its sleep. And Kyte, you are up next.
Kyte steps forward with a flourish and gently mocks the melee fighters, saying, "And let me show you how a battle should be won." And with raising his magical focus, casts Hellish Rebuke at the minion.
Okay, so you're casting Hellish Rebuke. So, Hellish Rebuke is a reaction spell.
Oh.
So, that would be, say if you were to get bit by something, you could cast Hellish Rebuke as kind of like a reaction. So you would have to choose something that you could cast at it.
Oh. That totally went better in my head.
Way to be arrogant.
We are learning.
We are learning. We are learning. All right. What if, let's see here. Can I use, I'm looking through like my list of spells, give me one moment. Can I control flames from somebody's torch and launch it at the mimic?
That depends entirely on what spells you have. That is considered meta magic. Right, you never gave me your character sheet. Can you send it in the character sheets channel?
I did? I didn't?
No. I don't think so. Warlock.
Oh, I think it might have been somewhere else. Okay, give me one moment. Let me grab that. Sorry.
Of course.
Because meta magic does sound familiar.
Just thinking about Sydney just in the background. Is that how the battle's supposed to be won?
That's the link it gave me.
Okay, that's okay. It brought me to your D&D Beyond page. Kyte. Let me check to see. You do have control flames. So you have a 60 feet range. That is a cantrip. So bear with me for 1 second.
Sure.
So you choose non-magical flame that you can see within range that fits within a... You can instantaneously expand the flame in one direction. Double instance. This is not an attack. It is a control. So it is a manipulation. For example, you have Shocking Grasp, which you have to touch the mimic. You have a Thunder Wave. So, Hellish Rebuke, which is because you're a tiefling. Misty Step. Thunder Wave is really your big attack.
Okay.
And Thunder Wave is a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw. On failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Okay, let's go with that one.
Oh god.
Keep in mind that is the entire party within 15 feet, or have you moved?
I don't know. Should I keep everybody in 15 feet and try to force everybody to make a saving throw?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm chaotic. I'm just gonna launch it.
All right. As Kyte steps forward with a flourish, grasping his magical focus, just a chaotic burst of thunderous magic, and thunder just explodes out. I need everyone to make a dexterity, or I need to make a Constitution saving.
What dice do I?
You would take a d20, roll it, and let me know what you got.
Constitution saving
I got a
throw.
7 total.
Something great.
Oh
That's a 7
no!
total.
I got a 5.
I got a 5 too.
Can I
Thanks,
use
guy.
Okay.
Can I use
I got
bardic
a 4
inspiration?
total.
I'm not gonna allow you to use bardic inspiration at this point.
I thought I could do
Wait,
that
what?
as a reactionary. Okay,
Wait,
I
wait,
rolled a
Is
nat.
it as a reaction? You can use bardic inspiration.
I
Are you inspiring yourself?
yes.
Then go ahead. Yes.
Otherwise, I might die.
Fair.
I yell out, "You bloody wizard! What are you doing?" Because I rolled a 1.
You rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a nat 1.
Even with inspiration, how much did you get?
2.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, with inspiration. What do I do for inspiration? Because like I have
Hold
a
on.
1+1.
Hold on. Bardic inspiration. Okay. Bear with me 1 second.
And that's
Also,
how
wait, what am
Sid
I adding?
dies.
What am I adding to my roll?
Your Constitution saving.
Constitution.
Okay, so I got a 7 total.
You got 7 total. Okay.
I got a 2 total, but I'm trying to add bardic inspiration to it.
Is Ariadne just chilling in the back, not doing anything?
Ariadne is fair point.
Like,
I'm just
like,
gonna
we're
have her
making
go
sure that-
last for now. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna make sure that she's okay. She rolled a 19. She's fine.
Oh
Okay.
wait, actually, can I adjust this?
What do you mean?
I have an idea to use this better, and it works with the rules because I can use it as a reaction on any creature.
Okay. So
But-
you would add a bardic inspiration die. So that's add 1d6 to your 1. So roll a d6.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking actually for a pause. Actually, how do reactions work? Because I might have a better plan than bardic inspiration.
Honestly, like, this wouldn't necessarily be a reaction because it's an initiative.
Okay, never mind.
So, okay, did anyone roll higher than a 14? Nope. Okay. Lee, I need you to 2d8, please.
2d8's got it coming right up.
Oh god.
It'll be fine, guys. I promise. It'll be okay.
Is this how you
Everything
win
is
the
gonna be
battle?
Did the mimic save? Oh my god, the mimic saved. Okay.
The mimic save. Okay, 2d8s. The total was 13.
Oh my god.
Aero, Qrow, Sydney, Scarlet, Marread, Kirby, you all take 13 points of lightning damage. And you are all blasted back 10 feet away from Kyte as this explosive just out from him, and you're hit with this searing pain. And as you land 10 feet away from him, some of you stumbling, some of you knocked back and staggering. Ariadne only 7 points because she saved, and the mimic takes 7 points as well.
We lost 13 hit points each. I just died.
What are your hit points at?
I have 9 max health.
Hold on.
Fighter? Wait a minute.
I didn't end up using my bardic
you-
inspiration. Can I use it on him instead? I never followed through with the action and rolled.
At this point, it would be too late.
Okay, no worries.
How do you own... Scarlet, did you not roll hit dice, or did you just roll really poorly?
I rolled really poorly, and you gave me one. I rolled everything horribly, and you gave me one shot to re-roll everything, and I re-rolled everything, and this is what I got.
Scarlet, you are not down, you are unconscious. So we will get to that right now. Scarlet, I need you to roll a d20 and tell me what you get, because this is your first death save. If you roll higher than a certain point 3 times, you will be
I got
stabilized.
a 19.
You have succeeded on 1 death save. You cannot take your turn, you were unconscious.
Okay.
So I will get back to that in a moment. Next up is Marread. What are you doing?
Well, I'll just shoot the arrow at the thing again.
Okay, so you're just gonna longbow back, knock an arrow, and right at the mimic. Go ahead and roll a d20, please. Plus your modifier.
It should be the +5 hit, right?
That would be plus your dex. That would be +2.
Oh, she gets a bonus
so-
dex, doesn't she, since I use enhance on her?
Yeah, that's advantage, right?
Let me check.
Cat's Grace.
Okay, enhance ability, Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dexterity checks.
That's on dexterity checks.
Okay, got you. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
So what do I roll right now?
You roll a d20.
Alright.
God damn you,
Oh!
wizard.
Another 20!
Yes.
20. All right.
Wow.
So, Marread, go ahead, and that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for your longbow, which is 1d8 plus 1, and let me know what you get.
Her eyes start to
Let me
glow.
take a screenshot of this again. This is amazing.
Yes.
Things to note.
Fine, we're fine.
Things to note is when she goes into like berserk mode, she turns into Goblin Slayer. Like when she does this type of stuff and her eyes start glowing green.
I rolled an 8 and plus 1, so that's a 9. Oh, do I roll again since I rolled a net 20 again?
No, you take that and you double it. So that was, you rolled max damage.
Wow.
So you rolled, that is 18 points of piercing damage to this mimic. As your eyes flash green and you move into position, the glowing seems to trail behind you, and you lock eyes on this mimic, knock an arrow in your longbow, pull it back, and release with a twang that's just barely audible with how stealthy that you are as a ranger. And the arrow and embeds itself right underneath the eye of this creature, sinking in with a squelch. This creature just and backs off and is just absolutely bewildered that you managed to nearly blind it, and it growls and it turns back and looks at you. Kirby, you are up.
Okay, I would like to do a sneak attack on the mimic.
You would like to do a sneak attack on the mimic. Okay. Let me grab a... Kirby, you're a rogue? I thought you were a sorcerer. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Once per turn, you can deal an extra finesse if you have that's if you have advantage. Is incapacitated. Okay, so you can go ahead, and basically what you would do is you would. Do you have daggers? Are you using daggers or are you using your short sword?
The daggers.
You are using a dagger. Okay, so you can go ahead and attempt to stab at the mimic, sneaking up through the shadows and just sort of materializing to it. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, plus your dex.
D20 plus my dex. Okay. Wait.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly.
Freaking Kyte.
Okay, so go ahead, roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
I got 21.
Do you roll a natural 19?
Yeah. At 20 plus 1.
You rolled a natural 20.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
That is amazing.
And
Okay,
you're not rolling a 1.
so with your daggers, let me just double check here. A dagger is 1d4 piercing damage. Go ahead, please, and roll your d4. That's the 4-sided dice, and if you don't have one,
I'm
Let
using the app.
you're using the app. Okay, so can you please roll 1d4? Wait,
It's
where
a
did it?
3.
Dagger. Damage. Okay. Okay, so 1d4, and you got a 3, so you're gonna double that. And now you're going to roll for sneak attack. So, as you... Bear with me 1 second. As you shift forward through the darkness and materialize next to this mimic that is now looking very badly, you grab a dagger, flip it in your fingers, and just shove it into the side. of its fleshy body. And for your sneak attack, roll 2 d6s for me, please.
An 8 in total.
8 in total. Alright, so in total you have done 14 damage to this. So, because we have several allies within 5 feet of it, that's why you get sneak attack. So, as you embed your dagger, you just push it a little farther, and it just right into the side of this thing. Dark purple ichor spurts out and just spatters across. And this thing just screeches in pain. It's looking badly hurt. Okay, next up is Ariadne's turn, so bear with me for 1 second while I grab that for you guys. Verbal somatic. Okay. Ariadne is going to look vaguely shocked at all of this that is happening. And kind of go, "Oh my god," and hurries up to Scarlet, who's fallen, being blasted back by Kyte's thunder wave, and get out her paintbrush, and with a flourish in the air, gently touch the tip to you, Scarlet, and cast Cure Wounds.
Am I alive?
So, hold on, I'm gonna figure it out. Spellcasting modifier. So bear with me for 1 second. Fuck's my D8? There it is. That's not my D8. This is. You regain 6 hit points. So as the gentle, sparkling green glow of her druidic magic kind of pours into you, you feel yourself coming back to consciousness, and Ariadne kind of looks up with you with a half smile and nods and backs away, and she's going to back far the fuck away from everyone and kind of stand near the back, able to rush forward again if she has to.
Do I just do +6 new HP and apply changes?
Yeah. So you've got 6 out of 9 hit points. All right, and we are back at the top of the initiative round. Aero, you're up. What do you want to do? You are muted.
I forgot about that. First of all, cast on Kyte. Be like,
And what are you talking as a free action?
Yeah, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I get up, I clean my clothes, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Give it my best shot. So I charge at it with both blades.
All right, so you can hit with 1. So you have daggers.
Yes.
All right, roll the hit.
Rolled a 10.
Plus.
Strength 2, so it's 12.
That's exactly what you needed.
Sweet.
So as you go ahead and just, god fucking damn it, Kyte, and just run forward, daggers flicking out, and just shear into the side of this creature. It screams as the purple ichor spatters again across. Go ahead and roll your damage.
How do I roll my damage?
Roll a d4.
Which one is D4?
It's the pointy one with 4 sides.
If you're on the website, you can click on the 20-sided die and it'll bring up a list of dice that you can click on.
Because I don't have that dice.
Okay, can you get a dice roller from D&D Beyond?
I just rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4. Okay, so that's 4 points of damage as you just rush forward and just stab this horrific chest creature in its side and yank it back out again. It's looking hurt. Are you doing anything else with the rest of your turn?
Can I pull back again? Like step away from it again?
You could bonus action disengage, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
All right, so you're just skittering back out of its range, so that it can't take a reaction at you. All right, Qrow, you are up next.
Fuck it up. You're muted.
Fuck 'em up.
I'm gonna run at it with the scythe again.
All right, so go ahead and roll an attack roll for me, please.
20 in total.
20 total. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage with your scythe.
Is that with the 4?
That is with... Why the fuck did I put away the scythe? Okay. Scythe, D&D, damage. Okay. Okay, so roll a d10.
A 7.
How do you want to do this? That is exactly what you needed.
Woo!
What's the most, like... What would be the best part to hit on a mimic?
I want to say right down the center.
I'll go with that shit.
Okay, so you take your scythe and twirl it above your head and just straight down as you pierce through this thing's central eye, and you hear it. And it flumps to the ground. The tongue just flopping out as its lifeblood just oozes out onto the ground around you guys. And this thing is dead.
Yay.
All right. In the aftermath of the fight, everyone is breathing heavily and glaring at Kyte and glaring at Aero. And what are you all doing?
I suggest... Sydney suggests that we take a short rest, and Sydney plays a song of restoration. Let's see what it's called exactly. It's not a spell, it's a ability from my class. It is Song of Rest.
Okay, and what does Song of Rest do?
If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance, regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice for each of those creatures regains a 1d6 hit points. What? That wording is so weird.
Hold on, I am going to look up Song of Rest.
Sorry, either I
You or
just
any
have...
friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of a short rest. Each of these creatures gains an extra 1d6 hit points. Okay, so everyone would have to roll to their hit dice. So bear with me for 1 second, guys, while I pull this up for you.
I'll just sit here, just wondering how to atone.
Arrow's not impressed, but he knows that others are not so impressed with him, and he's like, you know what? Any of you could have come for that chest. Don't look at me like that. At least I didn't try to kill us all.
I
Yeah, you
kind
were
of want to
supposed to
use
dodge
cutting
this
words
road.
on freaking Kyte to make him fail his healing.
We
But
just
I
all
won't.
jump height. Can we just all beat him up?
No, we might accidentally kill him.
You try to attack me. I'll cast.
Yeah,
another
I would
spell. I'll do it.
absolutely hate to be killed by one of my members.
I'm at 2 hit
Imagine.
points.
Okay, so everyone, you can go ahead and roll hit dice. For sorcerers, you roll a d6. For rogues, you roll a d8. For bards, same, d8. For rangers and fighters, a d10. And then for druid, which would be Ariadne, that's a d...
And then we heal for what we rolled, right?
Yes, and then add a d6 on top of that because Sydney is getting extra healing. So d8 for... That's a 1.
So I gained
So
10
2
HP and my max is 9.
So I rolled a 1. My D8 too.
Okay, and roll a d6.
I got an 8 in straight.
Also 1.
It's
Wow.
okay. Same.
I got 12 in total.
You're okay, yeah. So add that to your hit points. Remember, guys, if you're in combat and you get hit, just keep track of your hit points.
Wait, so do I just add a 1 to my hit points?
If you lost hit points, then you can choose to roll a hit die and then add it to replenish up to your maximum hit points.
Yeah, okay, well,
We're all doing healing, and if you're at full, then it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm at 5, so I want to add.
So you're gonna add the 2 that you just got?
Yes.
Can I use medicine too? Because I have a medicine kit and I also have that proficiency.
Try to heal who? Who are you trying to heal?
Can I scan or ask anybody who's the most hurt?
Sure.
Sydney yells out, "My dear companions, who amongst you, I could only heal one. Who amongst you, besides that asshole Kyte, could use some healing?"
Aero looks pretty beat up like always.
Aero's gonna pass. He figured somebody else could use it better.
Okay, I ask Qrow, "My brother, come over. I can possibly make you feel a little bit better."
Everyone's like, I'm okay. I'll survive. At least I didn't go unconscious.
Wow. The shade.
So he rejects my healing?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that counts as
Alright.
my action. I guess I can't use it on anybody else.
Well, we're not in combat anymore, so it's all free actions here.
Okay, then who amongst you, besides the Kyte asshole and apparently the asshole number 2, could use some healing?
Ariadne kind of speaks up. I'm not feeling the greatest. May I?
Yes, of course, darling. Come.
She kind of walks forward and kind of sits and looks at you with that kind of vacant stare that she has and holds out her hand. As you can see, it's quite bloodied and scraped from where she had to brace herself against the wall from Kyte's Thunderwave. So go ahead and roll a medicine check for me.
Okay, let's just sure. Where is my medicine? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, let's fucking go. 19 plus 5.
All right. You go ahead and unroll your medicine kit and pull out some pristine white bandages and a salve and manage to bandage Ariadne's arm up near perfectly. The wrap is the perfect tenseness. The salve is soothing and cooling, and she regains a couple hit points from that.
I
That's a couple.
walk over to where Sydney is standing over Ariadne, and I ask if that kit included therapy.
Therapy.
Yes, I'm mentally hurt. Help.
I'm sorry. The Sydney response. These are for the physical body, my lovely child. Unfortunately, I can't really do much for emotional, but you can certainly talk to it with me if you ever need someone.
I'm 500 years old.
Oh, I apologize. Well, if still all the same, if you ever need anybody to talk to, I have 2 ears and plenty of patience.
Bet.
All right. So you just kind of walk back on, and after everyone has completed the short rest, what are you guys doing with the remains of the mimic?
I still need
Eat
to
the tongue.
heal.
Okay. Qrow, go ahead and roll you are a blood hunter, so this is a bit could you please Okay. Yes, blood hunter. Yeah. Hold on. Could you please roll me a d10 and a d6?
D10, I got a 1.
Wow, you guys are rolling crap on your hit die.
D6, I rolled a 4.
So you gain 5 hit points back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I thought I rolled pretty well.
Marread and
Fuck.
Draedon have rolled like Kirby and Marread have rolled like only nat 20s.
I know. The sneakiest rogue and the most intense ranger I've ever met.
I still want to slap Kyte.
And I just died.
Marread, do you go up and slap Kyte across the face?
Yes.
Roll a d20 for me and add your strength.
Kill him.
Wait, I cast.
Hold on. No.
Take it.
They are going to go up and roll a d20. Marread, you're muted, so go ahead.
I
Sorry?
got 15. I don't have strength plus, so it's just 15 total.
Kyte, what's your armor class?
14.
Marread just comes up and just slaps you across the face. Are you saying anything with this, Marread?
Just slap him in the face and said, "This is what you get for being an asshole to the comrades."
That's fair. I deserve this.
You take one point of damage, Kyte.
You're lucky I didn't bring out my arrows.
Your arrow?
You're lucky I'm not.
right here. Why would I be with you? You've got your own dragon.
No, I'm talking about my bow and arrows.
That makes more sense.
So, Kyte, you are now 1 hit point less, and even though your skin is quite a vibrant dark maroon, you definitely have the outline of a hand, just anime style, on your face.
Fair.
Fair. So, after the short rest and just being able to, replenish a bit of vitality, take a few moments to take a few breaths. Are you all getting up to continue down the path?
Yes, and I will volunteer to go first.
You better.
All right. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to keep an eye out? What is the group collectively trying to do?
Find this thing that supposedly See, Aero is not convinced that anything they've killed so far is what these people fear, considering that so far these things have been quote unquote tame. So, as far as Aero is concerned, to look for whatever it is that the miners are so afraid of.
Bless you. Okay. And Kyte, as you are taking the lead, what are you doing as you are walking down, just following along the minecart rails that are off to one side of this cavern? It's a fairly large mine shaft, supported every so often by just beams and supports, rafters, very much man-made. Um, as your lanterns kind of uh, glance over the walls, the firelight just sort of flickering, you can see veins of precious ore, like unrefined iron and copper. You can see every so often pockets of things like amethyst, other materials that maybe you're not terribly familiar with, um, that may be indigenous to the Alban coast. What are you doing as you walk along this, leading the charge?
My eye is caught at one of these materials that I have never seen before, and I go up to it and not touch it, but inspect it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Or
Alright.
no, rather, make an arcana check for me, please.
Oh, okay. 12 in total.
12 in total. You get the sense that although like you don't recognize, you get the sense that this one in particular, it is um almost like a light lilac, and it's just peeking out. It is glowing ever so softly. You do get the sense that this is magical in nature, and although you don't know what it does, you do know that along the Alban coast, that have been um, there have been stories of um, miners, people coming across geodes with this magical sort of element in it, and it is known as al. You don't know what it does, but you do know that it is a fairly precious commodity, and it does have magical properties to it.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you called it. The
Altasite.
broken altasite. I will, or rather, Kyte will attempt to dislodge one of these geodes by pulling out his dagger.
Okay, so you are going to attempt to dislodge it.
Which probably won't do much considering I only have like 10 strength.
It's less of a it's less of a strength and more of a trying to get this fairly small uh cluster about the size of a golf ball. Go ahead and make a, I'm gonna say make a dexterity check to see that if you can kind of wiggle your dagger in there, and essentially break and pop it out.
Okay. Before he does that, Kyte turns around to the rest of the party and goes, "Fellow victims, I mean comrades, you may want to step back a little bit just in case something goes wrong."
Yeah, not to ask us twice.
Yeah, definitely run away from him.
Everyone steps back.
Wow, 18.
18. You take your dagger and kind of wedge it in where you see the mineral start, and the kind of granite end, and you manage to crack, crack, and then pop it out. As you do so, you now have this golf ball sized. It's like a sorry, less of a geode, soft violet sort crystal material, very rough.
Kyria, maybe turn down your noise suppressor a little bit, because you keep cutting out.
How's this?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, we'll know once like we hear more of you.
Okay. As you kind of take a look at it, and it like it glows ever so softly. And at the moment that you pop it out, tendrils of lilac light and magic kind of across where you presume the vein is in the wall, and it kind of lights for a moment and then fades. And you can add one golf ball sized chunk of altasite to your inventory.
Yay.
I was
All right.
honestly expecting something jumping out from it.
That is totally fair. To be fair, that's what I did last time. As you guys are going along, Kyte, are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to be perceptive? Like, what is happening here?
More perceptive. I think stealth has gone right out the window, especially with the thunderwave earlier.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception check. Is anyone aiding Kyte as he does?
No.
No, probably not. Probably not.
What?
No.
Yes.
Wait, what is he doing?
I
He's
would like
yeah.
to help.
Okay. So if you guys are helping Kyte, Kyte, go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Perception with advantage. Got a 17 in total.
17 in total. Okay. So as you are walking along, the cavern, it as I said, it kind of lists to the right, and then it ends up kind of straightening out. There is as I said, like, we do have the mine carts to one side every so often. The kind of drip drip of the cave, the moisture that collects on the top kind of dripping down as you walk. Eventually the river seems to curve away and continue on underground out of reach, and you end up just in a tunnel, low light. Every so often you have brackets with empty torches. So I want to say 4, 5, 600 feet go by without relative incidents. And you start to wonder, what is the deal with this? I thought this was supposed to be an infested cave. After that, 4 or 500 feet, Kyte, are you still keeping an eye out as you go along?
After 400 or 500 feet, I would say I'm letting my guard down a little bit because of the
Okay.
monotony of the mines.
All right. So letting your guard down, but are you still looking around?
Yes, still peeking, well, here and there, but not as alert.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Aero's just following behind. Staying around the middle of the group, not too far back, not too far forward.
Okay.
I will try to be a little bit more stealthy and in the shadows.
Sydney
Okay.
is just staring daggers at Kyte, just in case they decide to do something again.
Don't tempt
Okay.
me.
I'm standing close to Kyte.
Okay. Standing close to Kyte. Kyte, go ahead and make another perception check.
Okay. Okay. 8.
Okay. Eventually, things start to get monotonous as you go farther and farther into these mines. Eventually, it starts to slope downwards as as the group walks along, kind of huffing and was this really worth it? It starts to peter downwards, and eventually the tunnel opens up into a large cavern. Can I get everyone to go ahead and make perception checks for me, please?
The 20?
D20 plus your perception modifier.
19.
Fine.
Son of
19.
a bitch. I got a 2. Plus perception.
I got a 16 total.
I got 4 total.
16.
Look at this blind ass motherfucker.
Okay,
I
sorry.
got
Could we please go Aero? What did you get?
I got a 4 total.
Okay. Sydney, what did you get?
16.
Scarlet.
16.
Kirby.
5.
Kyte.
19.
Marread.
6.
Qrow.
20.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Kidding me? I literally rolled the lowest out of 8.
First you
Alright.
get caught by a mimic, then you can dodge a thunder wave, and now you can't perceive things.
what type of rogue are you?
I know,
Very
right?
sad one.
Apparently.
Alright. As you walk into this cavern, the first thing that sort of catches your eye are these curtains of gossamer white that seem to be draped over parts of the ceiling, parts of the abandoned mine carts. This does look like it is a large, um, almost like a way station. You can see towards the other side of the cavern there are mine shafts that seem to lead down on quite a steep angle. At this point, small enough for perhaps humans to follow single file. Um, you gander that at this point this is a hub where one would follow along various strains of ore, perhaps searching for more of the altasite that you Kyte had pulled off of the wall. Um, there is a large desk up into like pushed up against one wall with stacks of paper and work orders and a large pickaxe set up against the side. Um, it's a fairly large cavern. It's about 100 foot long, 50 feet high, so quite large. And gossamer white curtains seem to fall down over equipment. Um, and those of you who rolled high enough, you can go and you can choose to inspect these if you want to. Actually, no, anyone can. You don't have to have rolled high enough. But from what you can see in this cavern, it appears to be abandoned. Much of the tools seem thrown in a corner as people fled. So whatever it was that they were fleeing from It does not appear to be anything here. So, are you guys wanting to inspect the cavern further?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Okay. So, who is going to go ahead first and just make a general investigation?
Sydney.
Sydney can.
Okay.
He has a lot of HP. He's
Okay.
feeling healthy. They're feeling healthy.
And are people going to be helping Sydney while you're doing this?
Sure.
Sydney drank their milk.
Sydney
I'm
drank
down to
their milk.
help.
Okay. Sydney, go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Okay, let's see. Investigation. Okay. Bushki. 11 plus 3. How do you do advantage?
Roll again and take the higher roll.
Okay. Okay, so it's my last one. It was 14 total.
14 total. Okay. And what are you investigating exactly? Go ahead, walk me through it.
I am looking around the cavern, seeing if there's any signs of like a fight. I'm looking for claw marks. I'm looking for damage to the equipment, or the curtains themselves.
Okay. Upon investigating, you can go up and peer at the curtains, kind of. Are you touching them? Are you just looking? Like, what? Describe to me what you're doing.
You know what? I go up to the biggest one, I grab the curtain, and I pull it off.
Okay. You did roll decently high. As you grab this curtain and attempt to pull it, it kind of comes with you and it sticks. You look down at your hands, your dragonborn, iridescent, opalescent claws, and realize that this isn't a curtain.
Oh no.
It's
This
spider webs. Or cum.
It's cobweb.
Even worse than cum.
Once you look around the room, you can see that most of what is covered in what appears to be curtains is actually covered in spider web.
Oh no.
So you can see that, like, there are carts that are covered. It's gossamer in its texture, an otherworldly softness, almost like silk, very sticky. You have to sort of like do the thing where you've got something sticky on your hands and like kind of pull it off, try to throw it to the ground, it sticks to your hands,
I rub it on
brush it
Kyte.
on your pants.
You
Rub it on Kyte. Okay.
That's fine, but everyone please look around and look for eggs.
Okay. Who is leading the search for eggs?
I will lead the search. We need to find if there are egg sacs, please. Like, right now, as soon as possible.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me with advantage. Who's helping Kyte?
Me.
Sydney will
Okay.
help.
Okay, so you guys are both helping Kyte. So Kyte, go ahead, roll investigation with advantage.
I'm not even going to use the advantage. It's 21 total.
21 total. You do not find any eggs.
Okay.
It does not appear that anything has made a nest here per se. You do, however, find a large cocoon that
Oh, no.
is slumped in a corner. It looks to be about the size of a human, and it is just completely covered and wrapped in spider web, similar to how a spider would wrap up a fly before eating it.
Can Aero cut it open?
Absolutely. Go ahead and, because this is very sticky, go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. So just d20 plus dex.
Alright. I rolled a 12 plus 3, so 15.
I'm trying
Alright.
to remember if, like, Zoran said anything about people missing.
So you can, yeah, so 15 is definitely enough. You take out your dagger and start to carefully cut away at the webbing. And it doesn't take long. It takes probably a few passes of your dagger. This thing's wrapped up pretty good until it kind of almost shreds and flops open. And from what you can see, a hand flops onto the um, ground in front of you, followed by a desiccated, half-digested body.
Oh,
Epic. Can I eat
There,
it?
there is almost like acid that has appeared to be eaten away. It is a human male, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. Eyeballs gone. Nose gone. It is cartilage and bare bone and teeth that you can see. It is rotting and looks like it's been here digesting in this pod for quite some time. Kyte, you do remember Zoran mentioning that the foreman had gone missing. And from what you can see on his uniform, because you did roll quite high on your investigation, there is a small brass tag um, with the writing in common, foreman,
before Kite
with his
says
name.
anything, Errol's just like, "Hey Scarlet, look, got some sauce for your nutter butter."
Oh my god.
Continue.
All
Well,
right.
Kyte will at least take the brass tag to bring back to whoever might want some closure.
Okay. So you kind of pry the tag off of it. It comes away quite easily.
It's just
Like it had kind of embedded in the flesh a little bit, and it kind of pulls away without much issue, and you can pocket that too. So, it is now 8 of you in a room with a corpse.
Hey,
woo!
yo, can I eat the corpse?
No, stop eating things. It was a joke.
I don't recommend eating this corpse. It looks pretty ripe and
Exactly.
acidy
It looks
and
ripe. Ripe
and
for the taking.
acidy.
Sid,
Just like actually pushes Scarlet back. Was like, "You need to go."
Like drinking Mountain Dew.
every time that character reaches towards it, Sydney slaps the hand and says no, no, no.
Bad.
At this point, both dragonborns are just like, "You need to stop."
Like Sydney's doing the mom thing. It's like, don't touch it. And Arrow's like, I swear to God, if you do it again, you're going to your
Joking.
room.
Please get the hint. It was a joke. Please stop.
I will knock you unconscious again.
All right, so looking around this room, you have found the desiccated corpse of the foreman, pocketed the name tag confirming their identity, and they are very much unalive.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Can I ask a question out of game real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, so are we using spell slots?
Yes.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion towards the party?
Okay.
Can I recommend a long rest?
That's 8 hours.
I would not recommend taking an 8-hour rest in the middle of whatever this might be.
Okay. I just
Hey,
feel
we just found a corpse. Let's sleep next to it.
Yeah.
Sydney is just
Sleepover.
Sydney is just
Listen,
worried
everybody,
because
listen,
everybody looks
Scarlet-
tired.
Listen,
And
listen, Scarlet. I know that you wanted to kidnap just so that we can all go to sleep so that we wake up and there's no more corpse because you fucking ate it. So let's not.
Okay.
Let's just keep going.
Kirby, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Right. Doing perception. I rolled 13.
13.
Mhm.
You look up
Oh no.
towards the ceiling,
Oh no.
and the one thing that you notice about the cavern is that it is very like it's not just the webbing on the ground. The webbing is also on the ceiling as well, and it's not on all of it. You can still see the beautiful veins of ore and various aldesite veins that are running through this, and they're kind of pulsing very gently. It's beautiful, almost like when you stop your car on the side of the road and you look up at the sky on a moonless night, almost like a glitter of stars. And then the glitter disappears.
It's not stars.
The andesite the aldesite that was faintly pulsing with magical energy becomes obscured, and it takes your eyes a moment to adjust to it and realize you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long chitinous legs
Kyte.
that are just gently crawling on the ceiling, followed by a bulbous body.
A flying octopus!
Let's fucking go.
Who has the fire? Can we
And-
just set the fire to the
That-
cobweb?
And hold on. You see, shining in the dark are 8 glittering eyes as it looks down at you with a double mandible set of pincers. On the back of its body is a strange rune that is not immediately recognizable to you, as this massive spider looks down at you from the ceiling, its head and mandibles pointed in your direction, perfectly still, as it just watches you. What do you do?
Can I try to eat the
No.
giant squid?
It is a giant spider.
Can
Well, it
I
has 8 legs and is bulbous, therefore it is an octopus.
throw my Molotov into the spider web or on like the spider web surrounding like nearest to it?
Your shoddily made Molotov.
Yes, but isn't like webbing very flame?
Flammable or inflammable?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is very flame.
Hold
I'm
on, bear with
tired.
me.
I'm sorry.
You can throw it, absolutely.
There's web everywhere.
Each creature within 20 feet of an exploding Molotov cocktail must make a DC 14 saving throw. Question: are you throwing it right at the spider, trying to hit it and try to set it on fire?
No, I'm throwing it at the web next to the spider.
Okay.
No.
In that case, roll a d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Let's go. Dexterity modifier. Is that acrobatics or?
No, that's your dex modifier, which would be... Let me get Sydney's character sheet. Your dex is +1.
It's at the very top.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, I'll roll a d20 now.
Okay.
And survey says, oh, no.
Your Molotov, eh?
6 plus 1.
Roll a 7. You kind of, oh god, oh god, oh god, manage to light your Molotov and chuck it, and it explodes near one of the cobwebs, but does not catch it on fire. And it kind of just, and then like lights for a moment, and then fizzles out. Because remember, this wasn't something that you rolled well on to create. As
I think
the
that's a good thing.
as this, like, the size of this arachnoid, if you hold your lantern up, it is about the size of a garden shed. It is bigger than most of you, and it kind of, one leg does the thing, you know, when a spider is thinking about moving, and it just one leg just slowly,
Yeah, the first two go up, right? Like it's ready to pounce.
not pounce, it's watching, and it kind of one leg just gently, and then the other leg just gently, and it's moving and looking down at you.
Can I talk to Marread to talk to it? Or try to talk to it?
You can.
I go to Marread. Seeing as that did not work exactly as planned, Marread, and the other druid lady, I apologize, your name escapes me. Could you possibly talk to our friend here and see why it's looking at us like us dinner?
Well, I'm pretty sure it wants us to be there.
Well, you can talk to it, maybe. Try to maybe make it not attack us. Just talk to it, reason with it. I hate spiders.
Everyone's sitting in the back and going like, maybe you should have not thrown shit at her before you started telling us that you should talk to it.
I repeat, I have a strong dislike for spiders. Please, please, Marread, the druid lady, please talk to it.
Okay, fine. I'll use Speak with Animals spell.
As you cast the spell, there is no effect. And just with your innate magical ability, you can tell that this creature above you is not an ordinary spider. And as it looks down upon you, you notice the rune flicker on its body. Its bulbous body with fine hair kind of just gently coating the back. As it crawls slightly over you, you can see black ichor sort of oozing from its long, spindling legs at the joints. Its eyes looking down at you, pincers clacking. And as you try to speak with it, it sort of looks at you and almost cocks its head. It does not understand what you're trying to say to it. It is not a normal animal.
So, who
And
wants me to blow it up? Sorry.
as you all stand there, petrified in fear of this massive garden shed sized spider that is hanging upside down and looking back at you, Scarlet, you can hear
That's my name.
very faintly, "Oh, that's where you are.
What?
It's been so long."
Hey, yo? Is this one of the homies?
It kind of looks down at you
Oh, is the spider saying this? What's saying this?
It appears to be the spider, and although its mandible is not moving, you can hear, and all of you can hear, in your head. Oh, well, I know you, one with bright eyes, Scarlet. He told me about you.
Oh, is this that one spider that like one of my homies was gonna like crush, and I like just put it outside? Did it just like grow really big?
It kind of laughs a bit and says, "No, it's a shame though. He really made you beautiful. It's a shame." And
Now
the
this feels like
spider
it's sent by
drops.
one of my exes. Damn.
The spider drops from the ceiling, flipping as it goes, and lands. Surprisingly light for such a huge beast. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh no. Oh no.
I got a 15.
Okay, so
I
Booyah.
got a 10.
You are a 10. Hey.
What?
okay. Hold on, guys. Who can I get? Everyone who rolled 25 to 20.
That's a Sydney.
Sydney, what did you roll?
I rolled 1 second. It was like an 18 plus 2, I believe. Yeah, 18 plus 2.
Okay, Aero, you got 15
Wait, what? Initiative? Where's initiative?
at the top of your page.
Oh, plus 3, so I got an 18.
18?
Yeah.
I got a 16. Does that count as anything?
Yep. So 16. Marread.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay. Kirby, what did you get?
A 4.
Kyte, what did you get?
A 7.
Okay, bear with me for 1 second. Ariadne rolled really high. With a 20. Sydney, what is your initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus is plus 2. I rolled an 18 plus 2.
Okay, so you go before. So bear with
Okay.
me 1 second.
Fuck
Spidey
you,
rolled
spider.
really bad. Spidey rolled a 5.
Its spidey senses weren't tingling. Sad face.
Gotta give the spider something to tingle here in a second.
Sydney, this massive spider is looking down at you with a startling intelligence and kind of clicks the mandibles at you. What are you doing?
You know what? Fuck this! I hate spiders! I'm firing my laser! I use my lightning breath.
Go ahead and roll a d20 to hit.
Oh, fuck me. 7.
No. Oh, I thought it was a nat 1.
You panic, and just the fear of seeing this horrific arachnid in front of you, you just scream, and lightning comes shooting out of your maw and just goes wide as you hear the crack, crack, boom of just a dragon's lightning breath. And it goes wide and it hits the wall behind the spider. That kind of startles back for a moment before leaning in and looking at you. Are you doing anything else?
Bonus action. I use healing word on myself.
Okay. Go ahead.
So
Are you
1d6.
Yep.
Because I don't think I could use. I don't think I can use healing word on somebody else, since I'm not near anybody. I don't think.
You're all fairly clustered together in front of the
Oh.
spider.
Okay. Then with that, can Sydney tell who has the lowest health right now?
Not at a glance. It would probably be Aero.
It's Aero. I got 7.
You know what? Okay, it's healing. I think it's. I don't think it's healing word. I think it's like. Which one is my bonus action? I'm sorry. I need to look and find it. It's a bonus one.
Yeah,
It's.
it would be a cantrip.
Oh, a
Any
cantrip? I thought one of mine had a bonus action. Okay, I'll just use a cantrip then. Oh wait, that's right. My breath doesn't count as an action, does it?
As an action, once per short rest, inhale a 5 by 30 foot line for 2d6 lightning damage. Oh, I am sorry. Spidey has to make a saving throw. So, no, hold on. Let me see if I save. Yeah, no, never mind. I saved. So you're going to have to roll 2d6 lightning damage.
I was gonna say, could I use... Oh, wait, I can't even use Bardic Inspiration on myself. Never mind.
Yeah, just roll 2d6 lightning.
Okay. D6... Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you watch your shitty ass fucking language.
1 +
Aero.
1.
So it still goes wide, but you see the lightning arcs and a stray bolt just the side of this spider for 1 point of damage. So it is an action. You can do it once per short rest, and what you can do is you can now take a bonus action. So you could, if you have a cantrip, you could do that.
Okay, I would like to use Vicious Mockery on the spider.
Okay, so we're using Vicious Mock.
I scream out at the spider. You're just so ugly! How do you possibly afford socks with all those fucking legs?
Go ahead and... Okay, so it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw. What's your... Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find...
Sorry, guys. I really hate spiders, Sydney says.
Does Wolven hate spiders, IRL?
I dislike spiders.
It rolls a natural 1. Go ahead and roll.
Wow.
Booyah.
1d4 psychic damage.
Oh my...
Is it a 1?
It's a 1.
You sense that the spider is a little bit hurt at the personal attack. And kind of... Oh, well then.
That's 3 ones in a row. I'm done. Move, I guess.
As next down the line, Ariadne, the small, slight elven girl, looks up with her 2, 1 purple, 1 milky white eyes and into the blank stare of this spider and says to herself, I think I've dealt with these before. It's better to put them outside, but I don't think it's going to work with this one. And she is going to roll to... Bear with me 1 second. She's actually going to move 15 feet up to this spider, this tiny little girl all on her. and she's going to cast Thunder Wave so that she does not hit any of you.
Unlike somebody.
And from this tiny girl, you see the hair float up in static electricity and just out from her in a 15-foot cube. The spider, despite its massive size, skitters back in an unnatural speed, and you see it sort of flicker and backwards with all of the legs skittering in that unnerving way that a spider does. And bear with me for 1 second. It did roll a natural 20.
Whoa.
So... Okay. It does manage to skitter away. It's not pushed back. It skitters back a few feet. And that's 2d8. 7 and 2 is 9. Takes 5 points of damage. To which Ariadne backs up a bit and just kind of tucks herself behind the rest of the group, arms up, just waiting for whatever this is doing next. It startles you to see such powerful magic come from such a tiny girl. Next up, we have Aero. What are you doing?
Aero says, fuck it, alright. And he charges straight towards it to jump and stab it right through the back. I'm trying to, like, cut it in half. Not in half, but open.
Cut it open. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Alright, 13.
13.
Plus strength is 15.
15 just hits. Go ahead and roll. You're hitting with your dagger or with a short sword?
With the dagger. It'll be easy to cut through. With a single hand.
That is 1d4. Go ahead.
What, sorry?
Roll a d4.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Alright. As Aero leaps through the air and flicks out a dagger, twirls it in hand, and just down upon the back, right in the middle of the glowing rune of this spider, and just stabs and pulls out. You can see inky black ichor that sizzles and almost leaves your skin, your scales, itchy and burning a bit as the spider and legs flailing and just trying to buck you off as you jump off after completing this. You do manage to make it safely to the ground. Are you taking any other movement?
Let's see. What does dash do?
You double your movement speed.
Well, in this case, if I'm done attacking, it wouldn't do anything, would it?
No, you could just get twice as far away from it.
No, I'm just gonna stay there. I'm gonna be like, let's go, bitch.
Alright, so you are facing off against this massive spider.
Yes.
So, alright, next up in the initiative order, we have Qrow. Qrow, what are you doing? Qrow, you are muted.
Bro.
We don't talk about...
Is he alive?
Qrow was having use that they were modding in, so we are going to need to give them a moment.
Oh.
So bear with us for just a
There he
moment.
is.
por favor.
Spider, 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 spider.
Qrow, can you hear us? Okay, Qrow, as you are facing off against this giant arachnid that Aero has just stabbed through the carapace, what are you doing? Okay. Qrow is going to go ahead and grab their scythe, 2 hands, and just swing and sweep at the legs. Qrow, go ahead and roll for an attack for me, please. D20 plus your strength. Twenty-two hits.
Yeah, I think.
So as you go, you manage to catch 2 of its legs and sweep them out from under it. It buckles and slices through the chitin that's there, which is the rough, tough, hard outer shell. Black ichor splats across the ground. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me, please. Eight. All right. So as you go ahead and just slice through this arachnid's legs, it's kind of and staggers backwards, not expecting so much pain from such tiny creatures right off the hop. Marread, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'll cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so you are casting Hunter's Mark. Bear with me for 1 second. You are casting Hunter's Mark. I am sorry. I am.
Oh, we don't forgive.
Looking it up. I'm sorry. Do you want a DM? That's what I thought. You choose a creature that you can see within range and mark. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon. You have advantage on any wisdom or survival check to make you find it. If the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to mark a new creature. I will consider this marked. So that is your action. Are you taking any bonus action, or are you... Oh, it is a bonus action. I'm sorry. So you cast Hunter's Mark. So you can go ahead and move, attack.
Alright, so now I use the bow and long bow again
Okay,
to
so
attack.
go ahead and roll your attack.
There we go, D20 again.
I know, right? She's gonna one-shot it.
19.
Oh, shit.
We're close.
19.
Jeez.
As Marread light on their feet, just kind of, hood up, eyes closed, and then open with the green flash of light and the trailing tendrils of energy, holds out a hand and points it at the arachnid. A bright green mark just kind of flares up on this creature's forehead as it is marked by the ranger. They go ahead, knock an arrow on the longbow, pull it back. Go ahead and roll for damage. For your longbow.
Plus 1, so it's 9. And then plus a d6.
Yeah, so 1d8 plus 1.
Yeah, so the DA plus 1 is 9 total.
Okay, so you rolled an 8.
Yeah,
Okay, and go ahead and roll an additional d6.
I rolled a 4.
So that's 12 points of piercing damage. As you go ahead and you knock this arrow and let it fly, the arrow goes straight through one leg and just embeds itself in the side of its bulbous body, and the creature screams and rears up, legs looking a little worse for wear, but just bam, 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 down on the ground as it looms over you. Mandibles clicking. As it looks to the group and goes, I see that you are all going to be quite the problem, aren't you? And Kyte, it is your turn.
Kyte will aim magic missile at the remaining legs. How many legs are remaining?
The legs aren't gone, they are just damaged. So like it is still standing on all 8 legs, looming over you. But you can absolutely go ahead and aim magic missile. Now here, bear with me 1 second.
No problem.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack for magic missile.
Okay. 4 + 1.
That misses. As you kind of stumble back from this arachnid that is looming ever closer over you, its eyes just glinting in the low light, glittering as it kind of snaps and clicks its mandibles at you. You go ahead and you cast magic missile, and 1, 2, 3 go wide and shoot off almost like fireworks. Maybe it's your nerves, maybe it's just the presence of this creature, and bang, 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 hit the walls around you, to no effect to the spider standing in front of you. So that is your action. Are you taking any bonus actions, or are you doing any movement?
Hold on, wait, one question. I rolled a damage die, right?
You... Oh, wait, no. Wait, does magic missile always hit? It always hits his mark. Okay, no. So you do hit it. That was my mistake. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome to Fools&F8tes, a rookie DM who has no idea what the fuck they're doing.
You're doing great.
You're doing
You go.
So 4 + 1, so that's 5 points of damage. Yeah, 1d4 + 1. So instead of hitting the walls, the magic missiles just rush forth and bang, bang, bang. One across the face of this creature, one across the body, one swooping a leg out from underneath it as it staggers, almost with a firecracker, fireworks style explosion of arcane energy and color. So that's 5. Okay.
And I didn't kill anybody.
And you didn't hit anybody. It is now the spider's turn. The spider is going to look down at you and... Well... You're much more fun than the last group of people that I found in here. Although, to be fair, they were quite tasty. As it clicks its mandibles and shoots a glance over at the desiccated corpse of the foreman. And it is going to... It is going to strike at you, Kyte, because you are the last one that stood at it. And that is a...
Square up.
Okay, that is a 12 to hit. And your armor class is 14, it misses.
Yay.
So as it lunges forward and its mandibles close and shing, they are, as you can see them, quite close, sharp like butcher's blades, and just kind of clack overhead of you as you manage to duck out of the way. It's going to look at you all and go, maybe you're more fun than I thought. And it's going to take a few steps back. And the image of the spider seems to flicker and disappear.
Oh, come on.
Reappearing about 20 feet away up on the wall. Now it is attached to the web. It is just staring down at you. And you can hear a soft, almost masculine laugh in your head as you look down, as it looks down upon you. And that ends its turn. Kirby,
Yes.
you can go ahead and... What are you doing?
I would like to use the sneak attack again.
Okay, so sneak attack works if you have allies within 5 feet of a creature. Otherwise, it's just a straight attack roll.
Okay,
What you
so
could do is you could go up to it or attack it. Do you have, like, what are you attacking with? A dagger, a short sword?
short sword this time.
Oh, you're attacking with a short sword? Okay. I'm a professional. I totally... Okay. Do. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Which is
A d20. And let me know what you get.
11.
11. Okay. Wait, modifier. Alright, that misses. So, because that would have been plus your dex, because you're a rogue. So as you go forward to slash at this creature, it sort of shifts out of the way. It does the skitter back that spiders do when you confront them with a broom or what have you, and it takes a look at you and it clicks the mandible as you are very tasty close now, and it looks down upon you. You do still have movement yet, or you could take a bonus. What are you doing?
Let's see. Perhaps hide.
Okay, do you have... Bear with me 1 second. You can take a cunning action to dash, disengage, or hide. So yes, you could. You could say scurry behind a crate, a minecart, a desk. Where are you going?
Perhaps I will just blend in with the dead bodies.
Okay, well there is only one dead body.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to, you could duck behind a minecart.
Okay.
Okay, so you take your cunning action to swift and silent like a shadow. You kind of almost phase out of existence for a moment, rolling behind a minecart, short sword in hand, as you are obscured now from this creature's vision. We're back at the top of the round. Sydney, what are we doing?
Screaming in terror. Okay, I have quite a lot to actually do. So, first and foremost, am I within range to use Cure on anybody?
You are, but no one's taken damage.
But everybody's still weak from the last fight.
Kind of. Everyone did roll hit die. Because we took a short rest.
Oh,
I'm still at
so
7.
so they're not too bad?
Not terribly.
Okay.
I
If
rolled
that's
18 health points, but I only have 7.
You could cast Cure Wounds on Aero if you wanted to.
7 out of how much? Can I tell how bad he's injured compared to his normal health?
Aero, how bad are you injured?
I could use another 11 points.
Okay. I go to him if he's within range because I don't want to use my action. I want to use my bonus this round. Is he within range for me just to touch him and use Cure Wounds?
You could, yeah, as a bonus action, just Cure Wound. Just
Well,
reach
no.
over and smack him on the shoulder.
My bonus action, I was gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Marread.
Okay. So you either have an action or a bonus action that you could take. So yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, if he's within range without me having to use my movement instead of my bonus action, I'd like to use Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I roll.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Another one, +3.
So 4 points of healing, Aero.
Yeah.
I just want to say that's my 4th one in a row. And on top of that, I'm going to use my bonus action, so I'm going to use up that spell slot for Cure Wounds. I have 3 left. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Bardic Inspiration on Marread.
Question, are you doing Cure Wounds or are you doing as a bonus action?
No, Cure Wounds I'm using as my action, and Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
Okay. So, Cure Wounds and you rolled a d8 for Cure Wounds?
No, I rolled a 1 + 3.
No, but I mean like the dice that you rolled, it was a d8?
Yes, I just rolled a 1.
Yeah, just making sure that you rolled the right die.
No,
and
I
then
get
you
you.
are going to give Bardic Inspiration to Marread. So Marread, for you features and Bardic Inspiration. So you can add 1d6 to whatever next roll you want.
And as I
Next time
cast
it's your
that,
turn.
I yell at Marread, "Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it!" And then I end my turn.
All right, Ariadne is back up again, and she kind of peeks around because she's at this point pretty much hiding behind Kyte and Qrow, just looking up at this horrifying arachnoid spider monster. And I am going to take a look here and see what I can do. Okay. Ariadne is going to cast Fairy Fire on this creature. And what she's going to do is look up and with one hand out, just focus and shoot a colorful, sparkling fire and attempt to outline this monstrous spider creature. It has to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC for this. Oh, I gotta see something. Hold on. Now, fuck. I have so many tabs open. Spell save DC 12. Just made it. So the spell seems to take form and then flicker and fade as the spider seems to shrug it off. It has no effect. And that was a cantrip, so it was a bonus action. Instead, she is going to Beast Bond, Earth Tremor, Ice Knife. Okay. Instead, she's going to kind of sigh and huff to herself, and taking both hands and her paintbrush, just flickering very quickly in her hand until a long blade kind of just grows out of the tip of her paintbrush. And as she takes it and just flings it, and she's going to cast Ice Knife. And that misses. So the knife goes wide and kind of ting, 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 and just it hits the floor and just kind of scatters across. As she's going to stay where she is. Aero, you are up next.
Question: can I team up with somebody on the move?
It depends on what you're trying to do.
I was hoping to grab Marread and throw them upward so that they can shoot an up close and personal arrow to the forehead.
I don't need to be up close. I have longbow.
Yes, but the closer, my idea, would it be better? Would it be more impactful?
It would not, because Marread not only is a how should I say, is a long range fighter, but also you would have to make a strength check to throw Marread into the air. What you could do is here, bear with me for one second.
Currently, the spider is too far from Aero, isn't it? It's up on the wall.
Leave me alone. I will shoot you in the head.
Marread will apparently shoot you in the head. The spider is up on the wall. It is about 10 feet off the ground, about 20 feet away from you.
And Qrow throw me into the spider?
Are you trying to just get thrown into a spider?
Yes.
Because you do have... Bear with me 1 second. No, I'm trying to see how much movement you had. You could just run up to this guy.
Well, because if it's up 10 feet up in the air, I can't really reach it, can I?
You have 30 feet worth of movement, and I will say make an acrobatics check to see if you can get up, like kind of wall run up to where this guy is.
My acrobatics are +7 to begin with.
Roll.
What am I rolling?
A d20.
I got a 4.
4 plus 7. It's an 11. You kind of managed to get up onto the wall part way. You are now about 10 feet away from this spider, but as you are going up, you sort of are bogged down by the webbing that is coating these walls. So you could choose to throw a dagger if you wanted to, but that is your movement.
Can I throw my short sword or my dagger?
A dagger.
Okay, I'll throw the dagger.
Okay, roll to hit.
Is that a D8?
No, that's a d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
19 plus dexterity, that's 22.
That hits. Roll for damage, which for your dagger is a d4 plus 1.
Hold on. I need to use the internet for this one because I don't have one. I rolled a 1.
That's 2 points of damage. So as you take out your dagger and just right at the monster, it just manages to just slice across its face and bury itself in the webbing behind it. And this monster kind of and recoils a little bit.
Better than nothing.
Qrow, you are up next.
I want to take out both of my sickles and go for all of its eyes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. 21.
All right, that hits. So go ahead and roll for a scythe.
Thought I was using
Or
the
sorry, your
sickles.
sickles. You only have one attack. You can attack with one. So that is 1d4 plus 1. So go ahead and roll a d4 and add 1.
4.
That 4 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you grab one of the curved sickles off of your belt, you go ahead and just bury it in this creature's eye. The spider curls back as the sickle just pulls itself out of the eye and kind of skitters backwards. It's looking decently hurt at this point as it kind of clicks its mandibles and looks at all of you and points at you, Scarlet, who I just realized has not gone yet. What did you roll for initiative? Scarlet,
What?
what did you roll for initiative?
I think a 13 or 14.
Okay, because you didn't tell me what you rolled for initiative.
Oh, I thought I did.
We skipped a turn for you. I am so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. That's on me. I didn't notice.
Rest assured, it is now your turn because you would have gone after Qrow. So this creature just screams and looks down at you and says, "Some friends you found yourself here." It is
it
your
still
turn.
on the wall?
It is up on the wall.
Can I do like an anime and run up with my like axe and hammer or whatever and just like hit the wall so hard that it breaks?
You're not strong enough to just straight up shatter a wall. But
I'm not.
that being said, are you wanting to go up and try to like bonk it on the head?
Yeah, what if I just like literally threw my axe at its head?
I would allow you to make an acrobatics check
Acrobatics.
to try
like-
to anime run up the wall and bonk this guy on the head.
Can I use both my weapons since I have 2 weapon fighting?
You do have 2 weapon fighting, but at this time, you... here, let me double check on fighters. Because you guys are 3rd level. Bear with me while I check class features. Bear with me. Un momento, por favor.
It's un momento, please.
Yo no
¿Por qué?
hablo español.
So you have 2 weapon fighting?
Yes. and 2 weapons.
Okay, you can go ahead and, because you can action surge as a fighter, go ahead and roll for your go ahead first and roll your acrobatics.
Okay. For my acrobatics, I got an 18.
All right, you managed to sprint, and using that momentum, and your boots finding purchase in the wall, you are able to go ahead and just like anime style wall run up the wall, grab a foothold and a handhold, and now you are right in front of this spider. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Okay. I roll for attack with my hand axe, which is a 4 total.
Is that a d20 plus your strength?
Oh no, that was a d6. Never mind. Hold on. A normal strength roll is a 21 total.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for your hand axe.
Okay, damage for my hand axe is a 6 total.
6 points of damage. So you go ahead, you anime run up this grab hold hand axe, boom, straight down into its carapace, and just hack away at it as it screams in pain. And are you go ahead and roll for your second attack?
Okay, my second attack is a 7 total.
And that's with the d20?
Oh, no, that was with the other one. Hold on. With my
Okay.
d20, that's a 5 total.
5 total. So you are able to take your axe and wrench it out of this creature. You go for a second attack, and you go wide because it just darts out of the way just at the last moment. So now you are up on this wall facing this creature. Marread, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Alright, let's longbow this guy again. Now I have so many added damage.
You are OPAF. All right, so what are you doing?
So the longbow. Shoot at this guy. Let me roll a d20. $15 plus. What is the plus? I forgot.
Your dex.
Dex, 1 second. Dex is +1, so 16 in total.
Okay, that hits. So as you knock another arrow, and you pull your hunter's mark guiding you, and go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright.
Does the Bardic Inspiration apply automatically, or do they have to say that they have to use it?
That's a d6 plus, I believe.
It adds a d6 plus.
Alright, so I rolled an 8 again, +1, that's another 9.
That's another 9. Plus your d6 for your hunter's mark.
That's a 2.
Do they also get one from the bard buff?
Yep. So I get another d6. That's another 2. So 9 plus 4. 13 damage in total. Go toward the eyes.
All right. As you are attempting to pierce this horrific creature, you end up just there seems to be almost a mystical aspect about this particular arrow, as your eyes flash green and you just let it fly, and it just shoots and just skirts through 1, 2, 3 of this creature's eyes, and as it buries itself in one side. This is looking pretty hurt. Are you and that was your action. Are you taking any movement?
No. Just staying where I am.
Okay. Kyte. Yeah, Kyte, it is your turn.
I am going to cast Magic Missile once more at the eyes.
All right. So magic missile flares up 1, 2, 3 firecracker like magical surges, and you just shoot them at this monstrosity on the wall. Go ahead and roll damage.
2 total.
2 total. One of them goes wide and misses, but then 2 of them hit for 2 points of damage. Are you taking any other action?
I am going to move a little bit closer.
Okay. So you're roughly 20-ish, 5 feet away from this. How far are you moving?
Let's go. Is there a limit to how much movement that I can make?
30 feet.
Okay, let's go up within 10 feet.
All right. So you're going to get within 10 feet of this creature. Absolutely. It is now the creature's turn. And it's going to twitch and flicker and pull several of its legs back as it looks down at you and kind of slashing its mandibles throughout the air. You see it phase and disappear. It appears on the ceiling, looking down at you all as it coalesces back into how should you say, back into existence, and ends up looking down at you all, black ichor sort of dripping from its legs, from its wounds. It is going to drop onto you, Kyte.
Perfect.
That is a 19. I'm guessing that hits.
Yes, sorry, I didn't catch that.
It was a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, my armor is like 14.
Okay. Time to roll some dice. 5, 2. You take 7 points of piercing damage
No.
as its mandibles. It descends on you. It just fell from the ceiling. It descends on you and just sharp bite of the mandible, and something feels off about this bite. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. 22 total.
Okay. You feel that something was off about this creature, and for a moment you hear whispers in your head and some sort of abyssal, otherworldly, creeping feeling, and you manage to shrug it off. The creature is going to move back about 5 feet and just loom over you all. And that ends its turn. Kirby has dropped from the call, so we are going to skip their turn and just say that they will continue to hide. Sydney, you're up.
Sorry, hold on one moment. Kind of also a meta question. Because the first time I tried to cast Hellish Rebuke, you said it was a reaction, right?
That is correct.
Was it possible to cast it then when I got damaged? Because it says one reaction when you take in response to being damaged by a creature.
Absolutely, you can.
Hell yes.
The caster can use their reaction to cause the enemy to be momentarily engulfed by searing flames.
Yes.
So Hellish Rebuke, the monstrosity has to make a saving throw. Let me just take a look.
Wincing in pain from the bite, but smirking, just as planned.
Okay. What is your spell?
Keep
Saving
in mind,
throw.
it does say once per long rest.
Yeah.
They haven't used it yet, but because they did try to cast it as a spell before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Before I realized it was like a reaction spell.
Saving throws for Kyte. Features and traits.
Oh, okay.
Spells. Save DC of 14. Okay. And this is a dexterity, which it fails.
Yes.
Hellish Rebuke. Let me take a look here and see. 2d10 fire damage. Go ahead.
Now you see, comrades, this is how you deal with a monster. 2d10s? 2d10s.
2d10.
2d10s. Okay, that's gonna be a 5 and a 10.
15 points of fire damage as you see this creature bite down and pierce Kyte along the shoulder, along the chest, in the back as it engulfs it, and then Kyte explode into flame. What color are these flames?
Oh, let's do purple.
Yes!
Alright, so you see Kyte explode into purple flame as the creature's eyes, mandible, and some of the fur on the back, the hair, singes and starts to catch fire. And you just hear it scream in pain as it skitters backwards. Kyte is the spiciest burrito right now. Alright. Ariadne's turn. Basically, yeah, like,
Wait.
Kyte just sent a gif of purple flame. That was fantastic.
I thought it was starting over again.
Oh, I am... Yes, sorry. Sydney, it is your turn. What are you doing?
You know what? Sydney's sick of these mother effing spiders and these mother effing games. Okay. Now that I got that out. Let me think. Sorry. I'm gonna use my action first off to use my... I have a... What's it called? Sorry. I'm looking at my weapons. A crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use that as my main attack. And I'm gonna use my bonus action, or I'm gonna use a bard skill, cantrip, Vicious Mockery.
Okay. So you are going to first cast Vicious Mockery as a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. Vicious Mockery is a saving throw, is it not?
Saving throw.
Let me double check, because I am stupid.
No, you're not. It's fine. It's a lot to keep track of.
Vicious Mockery, succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or else take psychic damage.
And have a disadvantage on the next roll it makes before the end of its turn.
Actions, spell, save, DC. Okay. Wisdom. It fails on a saving throw. It is not a smart spider. So for Vicious Mockery, you would 1d4. And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. So go ahead and roll
Okay,
damage
so
for that.
for Vicious Mockery, I yell out, "Hey, Spider! Why did the man return his new pair of spider silk trousers? They looked great, but the fly kept getting stuck."
Why? Alright, go ahead and roll damage. It's 1d4.
That's a 2.
It takes 2 points of psychic damage as the spider kind of...
And then I shoot it with my crossbow.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit it with your crossbow.
I am proficient, so I can add my proficiency bonus.
Yep.
So, do I roll to hit or roll to damage?
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Oh, baby! Spider going down. Natural 20.
Woo! Nice. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage for your crossbow.
Come on, Piercy needs a new pair of spider silk trousers. 5 plus 1 is 6, and I get my proficiency on that, don't I?
5 plus... And because you're... no, that's just a hit. So 6, and the doubled is 12 points of damage.
Nice. I aim for the middle of the forehead.
Alright, so as you seem to charge this creature, or this attack with just very cutting words, the crossbow, you load the crossbow, and right between the 8 eyes, it just this crossbow bolt embeds it in its head, and this creature it screams. It's badly hurt. All right, Sydney, you only have movement left? Are you taking any move?
After being brave like that, Sydney's legs are shaking, so Sydney quickly doubles back.
Okay, peas a little as they go. No, I'm kidding.
He's saying to themselves, "You
All
did
right.
good, Sydney. You did good. Okay, that's enough bravery for one day."
All right, Aero, you're up.
Aero's gonna go for the final blow.
All right.
Time to finish this bitch.
Yeah. Aero
actually-
mission finish with a blow.
Ariadne was going to take her turn, but decided to move to the back of the group, and stick close to anyone who needs healing. She sees that Kyte has been injured, but has not taken action yet. So, Aero, go ahead.
All right. So Aero pulls out his short sword, and he looks around and he's like, "You know what? That's it. I had enough of this shit." And he just charges straight forward and just leaps through the air to go and just jab it through the skull of this thing.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
D20, right?
D20 plus your modifier, which would be Dex, because you're a rogue.
All right, I rolled a 13.
13 plus
Plus 5.
for an 18 to hit.
Yes.
That hits. For a short sword, that would be a 1d6. Are you proficient with the short sword?
I don't know.
Sorry, bear with me for 1 second.
You ask me these things as if I know.
I'm trying my best. Short sword +1.
How would you know?
Okay, bear with me for 1 second. Keep in mind you also have a breath weapon.
Yes, but right now it seems
But
like
you're
the
not
most
using
thing to do is to literally just hit the skull.
Okay. Okay, so it would be 1d6 for damage, and you could choose to roll a sneak attack because you do have allies within 5 feet.
Wait, what to do for a sneak attack?
Sneak attack is just extra dice that you get to add as a rogue. So roll a d6 and let me know what you get.
I got a 4.
Got a 4. Okay. As a rogue, you do have the ability to sneak attack, just like Kirby was doing before. You can deal a... Oh, that's if you have advantage. Okay, never mind, sorry. So you roll with a 4. You go to just hammer your blade into this spider's head. It moves ever so slightly, and you get it right between the neck and the body. And it thrashes. It is trying to buck you off. It is badly hurt, but it is still standing.
Son of a bitch. What did I need to do to kill this thing?
You'll find out, I guess.
So right now I'm just attached to the spider holding onto the blade.
You are, yes.
Is there a possibility that I just stay there holding onto it, trying to possibly not get my only weapon left taken away from me?
Yeah, we'll say for the time being, you are just on of this thing and holding on for dear life.
Sweet.
Okay. Qrow, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going for like the sack. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the sack.
Like
I know the sack.
the giant carapace on the back.
Yeah, where like it poops the webs out, like that area, like the whole thing.
You're going for the butt.
Yeah, that.
All right.
That's my job.
Go ahead and roll to hit the butt.
It's gonna go with like the scythe. I want to like try to cut the back part off.
Okay, go ahead.
I rolled a 15 plus plus 2, so 17.
All right, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for your scythe. That's the D10. It's a 2. I believe it's a 2d10.
I rolled an 8.
How do you want to do this?
Woo!
I just want to charge at them and go for that. Oh wait, can I sneak in the shadows and like pop out of the shadows?
All right. So, Qrow, as you seem to meld into shadows, you rise up, a reaper with your long crow beak, your like ebony black wings holding, like flared behind you as you're holding your scythe, and just wham! And just bisect this spider in two as you rend the head and the body from the carapace on the back. And you hear just the as it just slumps forward. You could see it kind of shudder as Aero, you are able to yank your blade out and hop off as it rolls and all the legs curl inwards as
Pop off,
this
king.
spider just succumbs to the darkness that is Qrow. The rune on the back flickering and fading as the life leaves this creature. And before it does, its eyes turn to you, Scarlet, as it stiffens up in the rigor mortis of death that happens after insects, spiders especially, are killed. And it looks at you and says quietly, and everyone can hear, well, you know that you can't run forever. The stitch binder will find you. As it just, the eyes gloss over and it goes, and the eyes go white as this spider expires.
Before it fades away, could Sydny write down the rune in his notebook? In their notebook?
Absolutely. And I will send you guys a photo of what the spider looks like. It's just gonna take me a hot second.
Metal.
It looks like the gift that Kyte just sent in chat.
You need to stop.
I had hopes, what can I say? It's not my way.
I knew it. That thing was a homie.
All right. And because we do have quite a few people who are tired, this went much later than anticipated. As you are all collecting your breath and shuddering a bit in horror at what you have just seen, this massive corpse of a spider curled up, legs bent in, nursing your wounds, breathing heavily at the now silent drip, drip, that is echoing throughout the cavern. That is where we'll stop for tonight.
Woohoo!
Hey, let's go.